Your new Wednesday addiction. Humpin' it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Hello and welcome everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday hump day and you're now humping it with Mello, D83 and the Maestro. Get your mind out the gutter.
There it is. Wednesday, once again. Hump day. And you hanging out with us. Because y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. So that's what it is. But we love you for it. Thank you for tuning in once again. We appreciate the support, the love, and the comments. So keep them coming, right? That helps us better ourselves. Helps us to become more refined and sophisticated. Or something like that. Anyways, what's good with y'all? Talk to me. D83, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Everything's good. Week's going pretty good. I can't complain. Wouldn't do me any good. You know.
I can dig
How
it.
you guys doing?
Hey, I'm here. I'm breathing, right? So it's all good. It's all good.
Always good.
Mello, what's up with you?
Yes.
Looking like the brat right now. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
I started off with it. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. I apologize.
Well, since you mention it, yes, my hair is twisted. I did it myself. Thank you very much.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
I was gonna do mine like that, but decided not to.
I understand. Yeah. Because I ain't nothing. Anyways. Yeah. So what's good? What y'all got for the weekend? It's hump day. We halfway there. We had already said that, but you know what? What y'all got for the weekend? Don't everybody speak at once now.
I'm just gonna be hanging out with the kids.
Okay.
It's my weekend. Hanging out with the kids. Not a whole lot of sporting stuff going on. I mean, we got the March Madness starting back up, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. That's dope. Mello,
Oh yeah.
what's your weekend looking like?
Not too much on my plate. I have midterms coming up, so
I'm sorry. Oh man.
yeah.
I can tell
You
the
can
excitement. Wow.
You can have that. I'll watch sports.
All day long. Listen, I'm done. I'm finished with school. I tell everybody, it's like jail. I'm out and I ain't never going back. Ever.
It's not that bad.
Says who?
Debatable.
Exactly. Speak for yourself. Listen, ain't everybody square like you, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what's coming. I'm sorry. I love you. I appreciate you.
It's not bad. It's a lot of work, I agree, but it's just, I guess, applying yourself, putting in the time.
Basically.
I actually like most of my classes, so
But that's
they're
a
not
plus.
too bad. Yeah,
That's a plus.
except pre-calculus. That is the bane of my existence.
Oh, my stars. Who and why? Why would anybody do that to you? Listen,
Pre-calculus.
I had to
that
take
mean
statistics to get my bachelor's, and that was a nightmare. I've never understood, who decided to mix letters with numbers and call it math? I don't understand that.
And symbols, don't forget.
Yes, and symbols. Yeah, it's amazing. How does that translate to anything math related? But it does. That's what the world is built on. So
Exactly.
guess you
I
gotta
admire those who are good in math because it is an art in itself
yes,
to be able to master it.
absolutely. And yo, real talk, some people that's what they love, man. They just live for math. I think I would. I don't know, man. Seppuku might be in my future if I have to deal with math all day long. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I can't. Oh man. But to each their own. To each their own. What
I
other-
think in a different life, I would really have excelled in it. But I think from an early time,
What you
I was
did?
just like, this is not for me. And I just stopped mentally trying
You said in a different life. Like, what life would that be?
because
Not
it
in any of mine.
has it
Hey,
has a
speak on it, bro.
challenge that I like, in life and with things. But I don't know. There's just something about this. I
Say no more.
not this lifetime.
Your face says it all. It's very explanatory. Yes. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yes. Glad I ain't got to do it. D83, you down with the math, man? What's good? You like it?
I learned my math from music artists, such as John Lennon. 1 plus 1 equals 3.
Ah,
Yes, that was it. Yeah.
Hey.
That's about it.
you. Oh, wow. Looks like you had to second guess yourself there. Did you
I did because I was like, how many ones did I say?
Well, clearly math isn't your strong suit, but that's all right, man. Hey, it's not for
Not,
everybody.
not at all. Not at all. Never will be.
Ooh, man, I can dig that though. I can dig that. Well, anyways, hey, I'll tell you what. Hey, let's get into it. We're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna do a little something different. So, y'all check it out. Let us know what you think. Here we go.
Here comes the starting 5'5" water boy. D83 with the 3 and out segment.
Yes, indeed, it is. D83, what you got for us today?
Well, I want to start today's segment off with a game called Clask. Okay, Klask. You can find it on Amazon or YouTube it, see what it is. It's a little board game. Okay, and my kids and we played this, and they actually have tournaments and stuff with it. It's almost like air hockey.
Tournaments?
It's got magnets. Yes, it's got magnets and stuff underneath, and you control these two pieces where you hit the ball across and stuff. It's really cool. We found that very, very, very fun.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Nice.
recommend that. I recommend that for anybody. Just throwing that out there.
No, that's interesting.
And then also, I'd like to start it off with. Well, follow that up with Aaron Rodgers. Please, I've had enough. I could care less at this point where he's going. I don't care if he joins the Jets tomorrow. I don't care if he stays in Green Bay. Okay? I don't care if all of a sudden he decides to retire and never play again. At this point, I'm kind of hoping that's what the man does. Because every time I cut on TV, ESPN Sports Center, or try to watch any of my sports talk shows, I have to be subjected to listening to Aaron Rodgers talk. I'm over it. I'm burnt out. I'm wishing it would end just like getting a tooth pulled or a colonoscopy. Never had one of those, but I've heard they're horrible.
Man, oh, buddy.
All right. Anyways, so last night the WBC ended. That's the World Baseball Classic tournament. Happens every 4 years. I didn't know this. I'm gonna be honest. I did not know this until I happened to see it on Sports Center, and the talk was about Japan defeating the U.S. team 3-2. Yes, and so Ohani, who's a pitcher for the Dodgers, the ending of the game, 3-2 pitch to what's his name, Mike Trout. Sorry, I apologize for that. Mike Trout. So they play for the same team. I thought that was really cool. Struck him out. Japan won. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And I was like, man, I'm going to have to keep up with this. Of course, come 4 years, the way my memory works, I will not remember unless I'm told, hey, don't forget the WBC is starting up this year.
Oh,
Anyways, there's that.
Well, you could always put it on a post-it note and, frame it so that way you remember.
Yes, I am famous for that. If it wasn't for the sticky notes, I would not be able to function at all.
Wow.
Brush teeth. Ah, yes, brush teeth. You don't have that problem?
No.
As you gotten older, you don't have that problem? No.
Listen.
You mellow? No? It's just a me thing?
Yeah.
It depends.
Oh, dang. Hey, I'm just saying she's being nice. I'm gonna tell you straight up because I appreciate you. this this medicine for that, sir.
Is there?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Uh,
You can get
sticky note. Call doctor tomorrow.
Hey man, that's
I'll let
tough,
I'll
bro.
I'll let you know what she says.
So what if you forget to look at the sticky note?
Ah, well, yes.
I
I haven't
can't.
figured that one out yet. I'll let you know.
Oh gosh, ooh, buddy. I'm glad you don't have to
Anyways,
make any life-threatening decision or life-changing, altering decisions, man. Because that would be bad for somebody.
no, yeah. Wait, for me? Yeah, probably just for me, right? Just for me.
For all people,
For all people.
all parties involved, sir.
Intriguing. Anyway, so back to this. Tonight in the NBA, you got the Dallas Mavericks playing against Golden State Warriors. I'm actually currently watching it right now.
Oh man.
Golden State, it's 28-30. Golden State is down by 2 points. Anyways, should be a really good game. Should be a very good game. Luka Doncic is back in the starting lineup, so that's gonna be cool to see him and Kyrie Irving continue to grow together.
Gotcha.
And then later on tonight at 10 o'clock, you got the Lakers. Sorry, my computer was popping up to me saying that apparently I need to run a update. We'll do that later. And if it shuts down, I apologize. Anyway, so again, as I was saying, the Lakers and the Suns play tonight at 10 o'clock. Lakers have to continue to win to make it into the playoffs, so it should be really interesting. Other than the fact that Durant and LeBron James are not playing tonight. So
Dang, Braun still out?
yeah, Bron's still out. Well, he's getting older. So he's
Well,
getting older.
that's
These
true.
things, these type of things are going to happen. It's a foot injury. I think they're expecting him to come in around like the last game or two of the season.
Oh
So
wow.
should be getting closer.
Wow. Might come down to him. Who knows?
It might. It's they made some trades right there at the trade deadline, so their team is more defensive now. They're a
Oh,
better defensive team. So
okay.
we,
Hey,
we shall see. And KD, he's been playing really well. I'm not a big Kevin fan. I mean, but we'll see.
hey. Well, it is what it is. Can't like everybody. Interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, so March Madness starts back up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
Good deal. I don't. I
We'll
don't.
see.
Again, I don't follow NBA too tough, but you know what I'm saying. I might catch a few because there ain't nothing else on, so I might have to watch some. But
Yeah, I love basketball. I like basketball because there's so much it's back and forth, right?
mhm.
There's constantly something going on. It's not like golf.
Action,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like tennis. I like tennis too. I can watch tennis.
Tennis is dope. Yeah, I can watch tennis.
Depends on who's playing. Like Naomi Osaka, if she's playing, I'm definitely watching. Or Coco Golf, if she's playing, I'm watching.
I
So,
noticed you mentioned female golfers. Is that a coincidence or is it just your preference?
you mean female tennis players
That's what I
and
meant. Yes.
yes,
Forgive me.
but no, you're okay because a little while ago I said I didn't like Kevin, and I was still thinking about Kevin Durant when really I should have said Anthony Davis, and T totally screwed that up. Hopefully, no one caught that other than myself. Other than I just brought
What
it up now.
they
But anyway,
they
so
caught
there's
it
that.
down. they got it down, bro. But that's okay. This is what we
No,
do.
but back to what you were saying with the female tennis players. You know what? You may be onto something. I never gave that any thought. I'll get back to you on that. I'll
We-
sticky note that as well.
Yeah, I tell you what. Let's just leave that. We'll leave that as a sidebar conversation. We don't want to bring that up because that might make you look like a creeper, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not saying
Then
you
again,
are.
Then again, I do like watching Novak Djokovic. Djokovic.
I don't know who that is.
He's like ranked number one men's tennis player every single year. The dude is phenomenal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, my son he likes him just because of his last name, Djokovic. It sounds like something else.
And we on that
Yes.
note, we gonna leave that alone.
There's no denying, no denying that kid is mine.
Yes.
Eh, So,
Yes.
so anyways, with the March Madness thing though, starting up again tomorrow, which is the basketball college tournament. There's a bunch of games going on. I, however, cannot wait for Friday night's game because you got Princeton playing. So they're playing against Creighton. Princeton is ranked 15. Creighton's ranked number 6. I was listening to the Dan Patrick show, and Dan Patrick said that he is rooting against Princeton from here on out because he says, "Look, they're already going to do well off in life. I can't root for them to do well in basketball too."
That's messed up, man.
I died laughing. That was hilarious.
Hey, that's true though. I get it. I get it. I see where you're coming from. Hey, man.
So,
Let them boys play, man.
yes, but that starts tomorrow night, 6:30, and that's all I got.
Interesting. Well, all right. All right. Well, yes, indeed. Hold on. let's hit this one time.
Now it's time for a classically awesome journey to Squareville with Mello.
Mellow. Woo! Oh, my stars. We are ready for this trip. Take us down to Squareville, homie.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh, my stars. Oh, dweeb to the 10th degree. Oh, my stars. Hey, man. All right. Well, how about that, y'all? Mello has pulled out all the stops for us to take us on this journey. Oh, man. You definitely look like you could be related to Blank Man. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. That was not
She can see it.
necessary.
She can see everything. How many fingers am I holding up?
Look, she could probably multiply it too while you're at it.
Oh snap!
Oh, excuse me. I did it again.
Hold on.
I apologize.
Let me read your features real quick.
Oh, man, no, I'm good. That's all right. That's all right. You might try and manipulate mine. I don't trust you.
Oh my gosh. I'm not messing with you, Maestro.
My bad.
So, okay, there's glare with these. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit today about our trip to Cali last week.
Yes, indeed.
So there's a lot to unpack there. But the first thing I wanted to say is, despite how enjoyable the trip was to be able to see Brandon, Priscilla, Big Bro, and family, I was very disappointed in the weather.
Listen,
Is it raining?
It was raining all of but 2 days, I think.
I thought we were in Washington State, bro. It was crazy every single day. We got like maybe a combined 4 hours of sunshine the entire time we were there. That was
Yeah, because the 2 days that it wasn't raining, it was cloudy most of the day.
It was
Uh,
yeah.
Here.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Just happened to be there. You know, I was watching the weather today. Kind of cue off that. They were talking about they're getting another atmospheric river. So more rain.
yes.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Hey, ain't gonna be a dry state no more.
Also with that, they also had a possible tornado touchdown today in Los Angeles, of all places. So
Oh no.
it's
Hey,
just
I
it's
seen
just
this
going
movie. I seen
crazy.
this movie, man. I know how this starts. I know how this ends, man. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I know
Day
y'all
after
know.
tomorrow?
Yes, man. I seen this. I don't want it. I need to go. Hey, listen, Australia's looking real good. I don't want it, man. Oh, my stars.
Yeah, the weather has been really crazy. I know they have needed the rain, especially in Southern Cali. Brandon was explaining to us because while we were on Camp Pendleton, it was so beautiful. Like literally, Camp Pendleton is beautiful. The hills, the mountains, it was so green and just amazing. But that is not the ordinary. It's usually brown and dry. and fires,
Oh
which
man.
Brandon did explain. Um, because it's just usually so dry there. But
Mm-hmm.
it is the complete opposite. Because of all the rain, things have greened up
It's nice, man.
so much over there.
Really nice. Hey, man. Yeah.
Um, yeah. But the weather was a little cooler than expected to because of the rain and
I,
not
I thought it was.
sunshine.
I thought it was alright though. It was cool. You know, I like cool. I don't like cold. That's two different things. I want to be very clear.
Yeah,
Cool
it
and
was a
cold, two
little too
different things.
cold.
Well, I mean, for you,
Yes,
I'll leave it alone. I was gonna go there. I was see.
don't do
I
it. Don't
restrained
do
myself. You should be proud.
Good job, Maestro.
it.
Thank you, D83. I
I
appreciate
know.
it.
I know it was tough. I know
It
that was
was
tough for you.
because it was right there. It almost came out, but I was
It's
like,
coming later, though. That's why I'm not even giving you kudos because it's coming.
you don't know that for sure. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna pray about it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just as long as we have that understanding, it's all good.
Well, all right then.
But to get back on Cali, not only was it a beautiful place, Brandon took us to a car show on Saturday. We saw some really cool cars. It was really nice. It would have been nicer had it not been drizzling that day, but I'll take what I could get.
Right on.
Um, we also, you didn't go, Maestro, because Tony stayed back too. I went with my daughter-in-law Priscilla, and her parents to Compton. We
City
drove
of
through a
Compton.
little bit. Um, Unfortunately, we did not see a lot. We did not walk around a lot again because it was raining.
It might be a good thing though. I'm just saying. It might it might be a good thing that you ain't see a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't been there, so I don't know. I just heard things.
Yeah, but we just visited some of the, iconic areas.
Hmm.
Um, what was it? The big donut sign in front of the donut shop.
Oh, that was in
Um,
next Friday. Was that in next Friday
yeah,
with Day Day and yeah. I think that was it.
yeah.
Top flight security, Craig,
Of the world, Craig.
of the world, Craig.
Nice.
Yeah, we did visit that. But also a little bit back on food. We went to a really cool place, a Korean barbecue place. Maestro.
Hmm. Listen, that ain't told me up, y'all. That ain't told me up. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the grease that was dripping from the hood that mixed in with the food, because that happened. Right? Listen, and I'm cringing the entire time because I worked in the restaurant industry. I know what this is about. You're supposed to clean them hoods regularly. I look up, and it's just just waiting on us, just dripping like it's sauce in the food. You feel me? Told me up, man.
So for those of you who don't know, this was my first time visiting Korean barbecue. You go in, you sit at a table, they have little cooking tops, and they bring your meats out, and you're able to cook them yourself. So what we were talking about, the grease dripping from the hood. So the hood is on to, pull up the vapors and the smoke from your cooking. And yeah, it was dripping
Mm.
down
I tried to scoot everything
on
around
our
so it
food.
wouldn't too. I tried to scoot everything around, man, but it still somehow got in there, I guess.
Yeah. It wasn't a regular occurrence because that's one of the favorite places that Brandon and Priscilla visit. And they said that was the first time that happened. So it was just
Golly.
a random kind of a thing.
Some kind of luck we got.
Yeah, but other than that, I enjoyed the food. It was really tasty.
It was dope. It was dope. I'll give it that.
And the experience was nice. It was different. Like for those of y'all who might have been to like a Kabuto's or a Japanese steakhouse where they cook in front of you, it's similar except you're just cooking the food yourself. So definitely, if you have a Korean barbecue joint around you and you've never been, I would definitely say try it out. Really good food, and just a different ambiance, different different type of cooking style that you might be used to, but it's definitely worth a try.
It was dope. It was good. It was
Yes.
good going in.
So
It was bad
Maestro,
coming out.
I was gonna ask you, was it a quick shack attack or this hit you next morning?
Listen. I was bringing down the rims all through the night. Do you hear me? Breaking the glass and everything. I was just,
Oh my gosh.
it was bad. It was bad. But then it gave me indigestion too, man. It was terrible, man. And I don't know, man. It had to be. It could have been like I joke about it because the hood grease wasn't really that bad, but it could have been like a sauce or something that I just haven't tried, because I was trying everything. Sometimes
Right.
experimenting goes wrong. Found that out. Yeah. Anyways, don't let that deter y'all, because it was good. I would tell you, it was good. It was dope
Yeah.
with the sticky
Yeah.
rice and all that. Yeah, it was fire. I liked it.
It was good. I definitely say we need a do-over at
With some sun.
Cali.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want the
Yeah,
heat though. I don't want the stupid heat. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets stupid hot out there. I'll do
it
without that.
does. It gets stupid hot here
Yes,
and
but
ultra
not.
Yeah, I was
humid.
just about to say.
Yeah,
I was
but
just about to say.
it doesn't get not all. It doesn't happen
But
as
Look,
often as it does there.
yeah, it's
come
more
come
consistent.
I don't want that.
come speak to me come August. All
Listen.
right.
Oh, I listen.
Just step outside. My sweat has sweat.
How that happen? Yeah.
Because my sweat starts sweating and then it starts sweating and yeah. Profusely. Can't spell it, but I said it.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you, sir. You are
Thank you.
See, that is growth. That is
See,
You
I'm gonna
used
put
it in the
another
right
sticky note.
context.
I'm gonna take another sticky note and post it right there on my refrigerator.
What is it gonna say? Good job.
Looking like very good job.
Excellent.
Anyways,
I'm proud of you, sir. Hey, sometimes those big words trip you up, but you did it, man. Very proud. Now we can get back to the flashcards and hooked on phonics.
Oh my gosh.
My bad. I did it again.
good thing I'm not. Good thing I'm not sensitive.
Oh man. Didn't I sent you to the counselor last time too, right? I might have to adjust myself. I apologize.
Yeah, I was thinking more like you just need to start paying the bill.
Golly. I might have to. It's open season in. I'm gonna unleash on it. Yes indeed. Well, all right.
Yes.
That all you got for us, Mello?
I did want to bring up some local news, which is also local to Cali. The Los Angeles School District, I don't know if you're aware, is on strike. The
I
Los
heard about
Angeles
that.
School District
I heard
is
about
the
that.
second largest school district in the United States.
Did not know that though.
Yes. So there's, a lot going on. There are people who are unhappy, and I think overall, teachers don't get paid what they really need to get paid.
I agree with that.
And
wholeheartedly.
they are some of the most important people in our society because they are the ones that teach everybody, whether you become a pro athlete, a movie star, a doctor, it's because you've been taught.
And specifically grade school, I would say too. Because those are to me, those are the most trying years. Because you got young kids that are, growing and learning and trying to deal with them. Kids are rowdy, right? And then if you mix in some of the ones that have some behavioral issues, then like it gets challenging when you have that many kids that you gotta handle, man. Like kudos to the teachers, man. Because let me
Yes.
tell you,
These
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Nah,
I was just gonna say, these teachers, they spend more time with our children because we're all parents.
correct.
They spend more time with our children than we get to, and they are molding these kids into doctors, lawyers, or whatever the case may be, athletes, whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it back then. I didn't appreciate them when I was growing up as a kid. I was a little bit of a troublemaker, and as I became an adult, which was just a few years ago, um, I appreciate them much more.
You took it from me. Ah, you took it from me. You robbed me, man. I was waiting on it. But no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. All jokes aside, you're right, man. You're absolutely right, man. So,
Yeah.
but the one thing I am curious. I'd like to know why they're striking specifically in Cali, because the schools look like universities down there. The high schools look like universities, man. We drove past the high school. I could have sworn I was on a campus. Like it was that. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I'm just like, yo, this is how y'all get down out here.
Yeah. I would think keep it in context because where we were is not necessarily the same as the
Oh,
schools maybe in Los Angeles,
oh,
you
you
know.
okay? You did say L.A. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Great.
But
I'm curious.
yes, outside of that in San Diego, what was it, La Jolla? Is that how
Who?
you say it? La Jolla?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That surrounding area. Yeah, the schools were beautiful.
I don't think you said that right. I could be wrong, but
It's Lajolla. How do you say that? La Jolla or La Jolla?
I don't even remember seeing that.
I'm still
Okay.
trying to process all the letters that was just thrown at me.
Take it slow, buddy.
J
Take
A
it slow. On
J.
that.
I was like Jello.
Oh, my stars. Oh, well, all right then. That'll work too. The Jello. I shouldn't have done that. All right, I'm finished, man. My bad, y'all. I'm acting up. Go ahead, Mello.
No, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in that part of the country, but specifically in that state,
Mm,
like a lot.
yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
even politically, it's a whole other story. There's a lot going on.
Well, that's everywhere
Um,
too.
but as big as California is, I would say I have to go back. I want to give a shout out to my daughter-in-law Priscilla, who will be going back to Berkeley this
Mm,
fall.
big
So
ups.
I am definitely looking forward to going to see her while she's there because she said it's a very beautiful area.
I
So
bet.
I got to see that too.
I bet. What part of Cali is that in?
That's more
North.
middle, north.
I know
Yeah.
it's north of LA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's about 6, 8 hours from where they are now.
Man. Yeah. That's
Hmm.
dope though, man. That's dope, man. Hey, finish strong. Do your thing out there. Get that
Absolutely.
education. You know? Shoot. Well, listen. Here we go.
あなたが一緒にいないと心が折れる
Y'all know what time it is. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it.
I
Yes, sir.
I don't quite know what time it is. What did your intro just say?
It said I'll translate it later for you because we'll have to work on breaking it down. So I don't know. I gotta Google translate that later, bro.
It's all love. I just wanted to mess with you.
But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So today's anime review is about Food Wars. Listen, never in a million years did I ever think that an anime about food would be so incredible.
Yes.
Literally, the entire anime is about nothing but cooking. Literally. 5 seasons long. 5 seasons of nothing but cooking. It is one of the best animes I've seen.
Yes,
Y'all,
I agree.
y'all know how I do. My top 10 rotates. My top 3 rotates all the time, right? I'm just going to say it's in my top whatever, right? Food Wars. So, basically, what it's about is this culinary institute, right? I mean, we're talking top notch, right? This is supposedly the best of the best, creme de la creme, all that. So it's called Totski. Totski, I think is how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. Don't hate me for that. Totski Academy, Culinary Academy. So it takes place basically all in the school for the most part. There's some, episodes where it's out. But anyways, and it follows this this young guy named Soma. Him and his father own like a little neighborhood restaurant, right? And they're always competing. Like his father is a great cook, right? Great. And they're always competing in the restaurant. So Soma always tries to outdo him. He's learned everything from him, but he's always trying to outdo him. And basically they compete on a daily basis almost, right? And it's only them two, right? It doesn't really say much what happened to their mom. Anyways, but it's amazing just to see how they compete. And he never gives up. He's never won once. Not once. But he never gives up. Great spirit. So basically what kind of happens is his dad ends up closing the restaurant temporarily because he wants to go take a trip to Europe, right? And kind of master his, his culinary skills. So he enrolls Soma at this Totsuki Institute, right? So the premise is, it's basically his journey, learning, honing his craft, learning about cooking, learning because he thought he knew a lot already, but then he goes in and learns, and all these other wonderful, students, because they're all students pretty much, and their cooking skills and what they bring, and it's just the different styles and the different cuisines and stuff like that. So basically it just follows his story all the way, and it's an incredible story. It really is. Like, let me please hear me on this. It's not for kids. It's not for kids. Don't let your children watch that, okay? It's got some adult scenes, not necessarily oh, look. See, look at you. D83 ready to go. It's not so the term would be ecchi, right? The term in anime is ecchi, right? So it's, risque kind of fan service scenes, right? For the fan service boys out there and girls. But I wouldn't let your kids watch it. It's got some almost naked people in it, but it's nothing like sexual type, like that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't, just turn it on when they gone. But it's a great storyline, amazing detail, right? The art, the illustration is amazing, right? To catch the details. I mean, we're talking, it actually looks like they're like you watching somebody cook some food right in front of you, man. It's crazy. But the recipes, one of the things I found that was most incredible, for lack of a better term, was that all the recipes that they made, everything is like authentic, like it's real. Like you can go recreate the recipes in your own kitchen if you had the ingredients. Like it's nothing made up, man. Like I found that to be incredible. I tried a couple of too. I definitely did. Of course I failed, but I ain't got the skills like that yet, but I'm gonna work on it. But yeah, what's up?
Well, the whole time, when you first brought this up, and I didn't want to cut in, as soon as you mentioned the name Food Wars, I was already thinking you just had a food war, right? In Cali, right?
This is true. Oh man, did I?
I mean,
I lost that battle
that's
too.
how that was, right?
Yeah, it was. I lost that battle. Oh, my stars. Whoa, buddy. This is big facts. Yes.
Oh, God,
But
yes.
not that type of food war though. This is a lot better. You can definitely watch this. You wouldn't have want to been around for my war. That was bad news, man. But yeah, definitely. Hey, check it out. Food Wars, 5 seasons. I didn't get the count, But it's a lot. It's a lot of episodes. But it's I'm telling you, I promise you, it's worth it. It's worth it. So again, Food Wars, check it out. Crunchyroll, High Dive. I think you might catch it on like Hulu. Netflix might have it. So it's out there for y'all to check out. So the next thing I want to kind of talk about is going to be kind of interesting to me because y'all know I'm into tech. I'm that tech guy, right? So I came across an article, and this applies to a lot of people, right? That may not really understand, but apparently Ring, the maker of the Ring cameras, the video cameras, the doorbells, the famous, is in a standoff with a ransomware group. So for y'all that don't know, ransomware is a type of malware, right? It's like a computer virus. What they do is they remotely control and gain access to your files on your computer, server, or whatever, and they encrypt them so that you can't get to them, you can't open them. And then they send you either a message or they post it on your screen, hey, we've encrypted your files, you can't get to them without us, or unless you pay. You basically, the whole premise is you got to pay them. And I mean, we're not, it just depends on, who the gang, who the person is doing it or whatever, the group or whatever. But I mean, ransomware is massive. It's a massive industry right now. Like, you won't necessarily hear about all of the times that it happens, but it happens. I would probably say at least every day. Somewhere.
A lot.
Yeah. I don't have the official stats. I might have to get those stats for y'all. But so basically, again, somebody comes in, takes over your files, and holds them for ransom. So this group named ALPHV, ALPHV, who is known as a ransomware group in the industry, in the cybersecurity industry, they have they've put out that they've taken over, or they have gained access and have taken sensitive data, company data from Ring, and they're threatening to put it on the dark web or put it out or dump it for people to find, basically, or buy or whatever. Typically how it happens, it goes to the dark web for purchase. That could include, users' names, passwords, things like that, whether it's employees or, depending on how much access they've gained, it could be personal, like, consumer data, right? So, your email address, your passwords, things like that. Now, the interesting thing is that Ring is saying, no, hey, we don't see any signs of compromise. We do know of a third party that was compromised that they deal with, right? So basically, they're saying no, they're not. But then this ALPHV squad came back and said, no, we got you. We definitely got you. So basically, they're kind of in a standoff. And in the article I was reading, there was some evidence where there was some communications between a member of the group and Ring and negotiations on how to settle this thing. So I don't know, you can't trust everything that you hear or read, but it's possible that, they just don't want it to get out. Because if you think about it, right, because once that gets out, right, and if you don't really understand, so the average person that has their whole house full of rings, right, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. But that brings me to another topic, right? And this is one that I don't think many people are aware of, is IoT, right? That is an acronym for Internet of Things. Basically, what that is everything that connects to the internet. Your vacuum, your Ring doorbell, your I don't know, your fans, everything's, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Yeah, exactly. Coffee makers, all of that. Everything that connects back to the internet, right, is considered, that's what they lump into Internet of Things, right? The problem is the security around it. Manufacturers necessarily don't think about security when they do these things. Because what has happened now is hackers have used these items, right, everyday household items that you would think were benign, and they have weaponized them. And what I mean by that, there's a specific attack called a DDoS, distributed denial of service. So basically, what that means is each of those items that connects to the internet can be used to send a bunch of data to a specific point. So say it happens a lot in gaming, but it happens a lot everywhere. So say I was mad at PlayStation, right? Something happened. I got mad at the game or something. It's just a hypothetical situation because I don't know how to do this. So let me be clear on that. I don't know how to do it. But hypothetically, I have the skills. So what I can do, because typically everything gets affected. So you send out your little, malicious code or your malware takes over all these things, and then you can activate them and have them send back a crap ton of data, right? Like specific ICMP requests and things like that. And it overloads the servers that you're pointing it to, and it shuts them down. So basically, you deny the services that that server does. So say if like PlayStation Network, I target their service, I overload it and I shut it down. So now the service is down. Nobody can play online, right? It gets bigger than that. It happens to you think about websites. You think about specific services, government services happen to government services. But that's a real threat. And that's why there's a focus on it now. There's a lot of discussion going on now, but initially, when everything started popping up, there wasn't much. I don't want to say thought, but there wasn't much security in it. So that's something you got to think about when you want to have a smart home, right? And you buy all these interconnected things that connect back to the internet. That Wi-Fi this, Wi-Fi that. You got to think about, hey. That's just another avenue in the times that we live, right? And, cyber warfare is a huge thing, but it's also a huge criminal entity. I said that wrong, but y'all know what I mean. But there's millions, if not billions, to be made, in the whole cyberspace. So it's really one of those things, be conscious of kind of what you're doing, what you get. Because if you get like baby monitors, you've heard of baby monitors being hacked, right? And, people talking to the children, right? There was a story about that not too long ago, talking to the little girls through it. Webcams. That's another thing.
To see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not to scare everybody.
What's that acronym? What's that acronym again? What is it?
IoT. Internet of Things, right?
Internet
And
of
again, that's just an umbrella term for, these, all these devices that now connect to the internet, because everything connects to the internet now,
Pretty much.
Because I was looking at a vacuum. I want to get one of those robot vacuums, those Roombas, but and that connects back to the internet. So somebody could hack my Roomba. It might suck me up during the night or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just playing. But no,
Listening. Listening to all that information from you, though, makes me really glad that I don't have a ring. In large part due to the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere. UPS can't even find me.
Ooh, man.
So, and then also there was a time where I used to live at this other residence and got into a dispute with my spouse, showed up. All my stuff was outside, so I lost that ring as well.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that went over your head or not, but
No, I got it. I got it.
that's a different ring. That's a different ring.
Yeah. So,
But anyway,
I get it, though. I see where you were going with that, but yeah, that's a different ring. But no, now I will say, and if you jump on, and you jump on TikTok for sure, you see that those cameras, the doorbell cameras and the ring cameras, what I'm saying, they do good, right? They catch, police love them. Police love them. And they'll come, try and get that information in a heartbeat, But, there's some good to it. But, you got to kind of protect yourself, right? And a lot of people who are just, everyday people who don't necessarily aren't into technology or don't deal with the IT industry, they don't realize that. So, some of the steps, some basic steps you can take. If you have any devices that connect to the internet that get updates, make sure you update them. Keep the updates fresh, because that is what's going to help protect anybody from, infiltrating and getting into that thing. If you have a PC, any virus, people will argue that if you safe search, to do things, you don't really go anywhere. But listen, you can pick up malware from anywhere. This is, what I'm saying. Yeah. So, in email is one of the most famous ones. And you get, when you get that prince from Nigeria that wants to give you, $50,000, if you send him 200 or you click on this link, they got you. Don't. By the way, ain't nobody sending you no $50,000, y'all. Don't do that. Please don't click on that stuff. But it's just what it is email links. I mean, you can pick up malware anywhere. So keep an antivirus. Keep it updated on your PC. Passwords. I got to talk about this for a second. Mello, you already know I'm coming for you. Oh, I'm coming for you. For the love of everything, do not make your password so simple that my 8-year-old could guess it. Don't do that. You asking for trouble.
I understand. And only in my defense, I'm not saying it's right.
No defense.
I have so many to try and remember that I just try to make it. Well, I've tried updating them, putting special characters in them.
Listen.
It's not enough, guys.
Yes.
It's not enough. He hounds on me all the time. It's not enough. No matter how much you think it's secure, make it even more secure.
Yes.
And then maybe take it another step.
Listen, I get it.
It's so important.
Passwords are everywhere. Get a password manager. And I'm not talking, listen, I'm not a fan of the online ones, right? So you have a lot of, because I believe it was LastPass just got hacked, right? That's an online password manager, LastPass. I believe that's what it was. Okay. Don't quote me. Anyways, get a password manager that, number one, has an encrypted database, right? So if somebody happens to get it, they can't crack it. They can't get your stuff, right? I personally use KeePass. That's my go-to. A lot of people, I think, might shy away from it because it doesn't have that online functionality. But to me, that's the safer way, right?
Right.
Because it's stored locally on either your PC, your phone, and it's encrypted. So if you lose your phone, you lose your PC. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to crack it. They're not going to get your passwords, right? But get a password manager that manages all your password. That way you have to remember one master password. It's just one, right?
Right.
Make it as long as possible. Make it as difficult as possible. The recommendations are now passphrases, right? Something you can remember, but like 5 to 6 word passphrases that really don't make sense to anybody, right? So don't do a famous movie quote or something like that, because trust and believe that's going to be in somebody's rainbow table somewhere or somebody's database, and they're going to use it to brute force your password, and you're going to get in there. They're going to get in. So don't do that. Make it random, something that nobody, exactly,
Make it more challenging.
Yes.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 5. Because they're gonna think it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they got you. I'm just gonna tell you right now. You better check your stuff right now, bro. But no, all jokes aside, yeah, please don't do that. Don't use your birthday. Don't use your social security number. Don't use any identifying information in your passwords, right? All that. A lot of that stuff is public information, and it doesn't take much for somebody to do a little bit of research on you and because listen, they use software to do it. They're not cracking it themselves. They use software. They put in some parameters and boom, let it go to work. And it's going to sit there all day and try and crack your password. Make it secure. I would get into hashing and all of that stuff, but that's next level stuff. So, but just know that the more random it is, the harder it is for somebody to crack. So, passwords, make them a little bit more difficult, a lot more difficult. Here's one thing that purchase products from, I would say, reputable sources. Right, so sometimes that deal that you find on eBay for that, that software or that computer or something might not be the best thing because you don't know what somebody's already put on there, right? So, sometimes you gotta, pay a few extra bucks to be secure. Because listen, we're talking about your life here. If you on PC, we do online banking all day long on our PCs, on our phones. All it takes is one time for somebody to get that, and it can mess you up real good, right? So, just be safe. Think about what you're doing. Think about the ramifications. We live in a digital era. It's not changing anytime soon. Matter of fact, it's gonna get worse. Everything is online. So, just take a few steps to protect yourself. That's all. And a lot of the worst case scenarios really can be avoided. Firmware updates, like I said before, it's one of the easiest ways to avoid, becoming a victim. Because the companies are steadily updating their products because they're finding 0-day threats. They have threat hunters out there that, try and purposefully, infiltrate their systems and their code. And, so they're always fixing stuff. So that's one of the best ways. So
Yeah, identity thieves all over the place.
absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
I've had my bank account, taken several times. I said twice, but it's been several times. Somebody in Queens, New York, ordered Little Caesars off my card. One time, I don't know how that happened, bro.
And didn't even offer you any.
It sure didn't. I mean, I couldn't even get a slice, bro. You hear me? I was hungry too. I was mad to the mug. But no, all jokes aside, that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, watch out for skimmers at gas stations and, ATM machines. That whole thing's been going. Gas stations is really famous. So, just some things to look out for.
I didn't hear the gas station one. What?
Yeah, skimmers.
Looking at your card while you're.
Yeah, so basically it's a little small piece of equipment that slides into the card reader, right? And when you swipe your card, it reads the information off your card. And then when you put in your PIN, there's either a camera or something else there receiving that PIN.
Oh, snap.
You won't even know it until it's happened.
Yeah.
Virginia Credit Union got hit some years back with that. They put skimmers on their ATM machines and got a bunch of people, man. Yeah, they got a bunch of people. Yeah. So
Crazy.
that's kind of why the whole chip thing really came about. The chip on your card. But I mean, listen, criminals are always one step ahead of you, of the industry. So just be safe out there. Think about what you're doing. Put some thought into it. Try and be as safe as you can. Because really, it's a matter. It's no longer a matter of if, it's only when something's going to happen. So
And that's exactly right.
Yep.
Even when you go traveling, make sure your wallets, your purses, whatever you carry, your cards, passports in, make sure they're RFID protected. There are machines that can pull the information without even you having to skim it through.
Absolutely.
Something.
All I got to do is get close to you. Yep. And I pulled all that information off. But listen, while we're on the subject of traveling, oh man, public Wi-Fi. Oh, don't ever use it unless you have a VPN. Do not use it. Listen, people are out there. They will sit in Starbucks with these little Wi-Fi. I can't think of the term right now. Basically, it's one of them is like a pineapple, Wi-Fi pineapple, basically. So what it does, it reads all the traffic on the Wi-Fi network, right? It skims all the traffic. And a lot of times the applications or things like that send your passwords and your information clear text, basically, which means that it doesn't encrypt it. It's not hiding it any. So if it comes across that wire and they see it, they get it. They can read all those packets, man. So public Wi-Fi do not use unless you have a VPN. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
And can you explain to those who might not know what a VPN is?
I sure can. Thank you for asking. VPN, Virtual Private Network. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to try and simplify as much as possible because technology and IT can be challenging. Basically, what it does, it creates a secure tunnel from your device to your destination so that somebody with a Wi-Fi pineapple or some type of, Wi-Fi reader won't be able to see the traffic, won't be able to see exactly what's happening, won't be able to see your stuff clear text. Interesting enough, I was in this several years ago, I was in a cybersecurity class, of course, And the instructor there was, demonstrating different tactics and things, and that was one of the tactics he did. So he plugged his in, turned it on, put it on the broadcast, on the projector for us to watch. And he was reading all of the traffic because they had a public Wi-Fi, right? They had Wi-Fi there. And he was just reading all the traffic that was going through there. Now, luckily, these were other, cybersecurity up-and-coming students and, professionals. A lot of them were professionals. And they had VPNs. So, that was a good thing. So what you saw this specific traffic from, like, one of the VPNs I use is OpenVPN. It's an open source VPN. It's free. You can set it up and, use it for things like this. But that's what it said, is basically said like OpenVPN tunnel or something like that. So you can't see exactly what the, what's going through. So you can't see passwords. You can't see sites and things like that. There's a ton of them out there. Most are probably paid, right? They're subscription based, which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Do your research, look for reputable ones. There's several of them out there, some that, track information, some don't, right? But yeah, I would definitely you can get them, you can download them from the Play Store, from the Apple Store, or if you use your mobile phone. There's plenty of them out there for your PC. But again, if you're traveling or if you're somewhere out there and you are using public Wi-Fi, make sure you have a VPN. Google it. Google VPN and it'll tell you all about it. I probably didn't do the best job, but Google got you. So, yes, indeed.
Good info.
Yes, indeed. So that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for joining. Make sure you follow the Humpin' It podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and also Spotify. And I almost forgot. The next time you're humping it, think of us. Get your mind out the gutter. We love you guys. 2 fingers.
Peace.